Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
And I'm Marcia Barker.
Back to continue our reviews of this season's American Horror Story Cult. We did the first episode. We said we'd be back to probably do the halfway point and then the season finale point. So here we are at the halfway point, I believe, right? Is this one 10 episodes like last season, I think?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
Okay. I don't blame you.
It feels like we're at the halfway mark.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, so we're going to talk about it, and there might be some spoiler stuff, you guys. We'll try and not spoil until towards the end, but I mean, we're talking about the show. It's halfway through, so we have to talk about some of the things that have happened up until this point.
Yeah.
Now, rather than doing this like our usual review, because it's not, just one movie we're breaking down, let's just do kind of a free-form discussion. And I'll start off by saying there's certain things that I like that are being done in the show, but overall, I am not enthused to watch the show.
Right.
So I would say that the writing has done some interesting things. It turns out the way they've revealed the cult, I thought, has been very effective.
Yeah.
Because the way they're doing it is all of these side characters that you've met, essentially, in the first 3 episodes of the show, you start finding out that more and more of them are actually already a part of the cult, and they take flashback time in order to tell you how they became involved in the cult previous to the actual season's beginning. So, I don't know, Marcia, what is your take overall on it?
I'm still trucking along. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. Like, there are times where I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Okay, this is getting a little creepy. It's getting a little much to handle. Like, the puppy scene was surprising. And I love the clowns, and when the cult's being the cult, it's pretty interesting and cool. And I do like a couple of the twists that I kind of saw coming, but still, when it was revealed, I was happy with the reveal. And I'm glad at the later end of the season. Or I should say of the half of this season, we're getting less of Sarah Paulson's character, because her character is a little much to deal with.
Well, they've completely now, like, the first 2.5 episodes were building up. Is she or is she not crazy? And is her son crazy or not? And that's just completely been abandoned, because now they're showing the behind the scenes of the cult actually doing these things.
Yeah,
so
she's not crazy.
It's a weird thing to have spent so much time on, to just sort of leave it in the dust. But I agree with you that Sarah Paulson is the hardest thing to deal with this whole season, because she's so, and it's not that she's a bad actress, it's that she's playing such a hysterical person that she's so hard to deal with. She's constantly enraged or crying or confused or not being believed, and it's so annoying. And
it's kind of offensive, because I mean, I get they're trying to go for that extreme liberal person, but come on, guys, we're not all like that. You can be liberal and not be like that.
Get panic attacks from thinking about, the new president or whatever. And
granted, she's supposed to be the hero of the story, I'm gathering by this point, because she's still the one she's the only one that's realizing what's going on around her, and realizing, oh wait, this is a setup. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
But like.
But it's a hero you just don't care about. And even though she might be the hero of the series, it's definitely Evan Peters' season.
Oh, definitely. Which I totally appreciate. I think he's knocking it out of the park. His character is so interesting. He's doing a great job acting-wise. Even episode 5 was his episode that kind of explained the backstory. And there's some really gruesome moments too in that last episode, which I appreciated.
We still haven't gotten any ties to the other seasons yet, have we?
Not really.
No.
I mean, Emma Roberts was in it for like an episode.
Right, but I mean, no returning characters or anything,
yeah.
no mentions, no return, no, like in the flashbacks, we didn't go back to anywhere that we've been before or anything like that.
No.
Oh, Twisty. Twisty
is
a tie, that's
true.
But then that's another weird thing. There was that one time, I think the kid might actually be crazy still, because remember the last time he saw the clowns, he saw someone dressed as Twisty, and you see there's no one dressed as Twisty in the cult. Yeah. So he might actually be seeing Twisty, like in a sort of a crazy fashion, which would be an interesting twist. So the weird thing is, so what I was alluding to about the writing that I was liking was the fact that structure of showing us how, like, once they started revealing that people around her were part of the cult, I was just like, oh, well, the police officer's definitely part of it. Yeah. It's just a matter of seeing how, and then this person's got to be part of it, and it's just a matter of seeing how.
The neighbors you knew right away.
Right. There was a good reveal at the beginning of episode 5, though, when Ivy walked in.
Oh, yeah. I thought we knew that in episode 4, though.
Because the end of episode 4 is when she got mad at Sarah Paulson for cheating on her and took Oz. So that reveal was at the very beginning of the next episode.
Okay. So I did watch it in 2 parts, so maybe that's why I was confused. I was like, I already knew this.
But no, I thought that was a good reveal. Although it's a little much. Like now, it's like literally everyone in her life is involved in the cult, and that's too much to me.
Yeah.
Like next, Oz will be walking in on the meeting and being like, "What's next, guys?" You
know, and it was the psychiatrist I saw coming.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
Although how they brought him in was good.
How they brought him in was good, and then how they connected Winter and the psychiatrist and Kai all together. Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting that at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't know what the end game is, and I guess that's what's kind of confusing. And then I'm constantly like going, okay, when are they gonna bring in the other actors, and how are they gonna play those? Are they even coming? Are they even gonna be in it?
I imagine so, but now that we saw what happened with Emma Roberts, who might just have had a short stint because of her burgeoning film career.
Yeah.
But Dennis O'Hare we haven't seen yet, or Dennis it's not Dennis O'Hare. Is it Dennis O'Hare?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I might be quoting an NYPD Blue character, but no, it's Dennis Franz. Okay, so I don't know. Whatever the guy's name is that played the cross-dresser in Hotel.
Right.
He's really good. He's been in every season. Haven't seen him yet. But it's nice seeing how people are popping up slowly but surely. I imagine we'll see Lady Gaga at some point.
Is she supposed to be in?
I don't know, but
I don't think she's supposed to.
Oh, really? Did we find out that definitively?
I didn't.
Really. I haven't been paying that much attention behind the scenes.
I feel like she's not going to be. And then, or if they do, I feel like they're just going to get murdered. Anyways.
I liked the Emma Roberts bit, though.
I thought that was great.
Her kind of cameo across a couple of episodes was really good and effective.
I didn't know it was her at first until like the very end when she dies.
Yeah.
Oh, did I ruin it?
Yeah.
Spoiler.
That's okay.
I won't say how she died.
but yeah, no, it was definitely. I recognized her pretty early when she was messing with the news anchor guy and all that stuff.
I was like, is that? No. Mm-hmm. Is that? I can't tell.
But the problem,
she's not blonde,
one of the problems is this season's not scary at all to me. Like there's not any jumping I'm doing. I'm not invested in any of the characters. The problem is you're making everyone sort of turn against Sarah Paulson, and now she's got to be, like Marcia said, the hero, and I don't like her at all in this season, so it's going to be a frustrating sit for the rest of the season.
And it doesn't make sense that they'd be... Well, I don't think it's that they're all just turning against her. I think what it was they targeted her to get Ivy, because Ivy was trying to get out of the system. The same thing where Kai helped the guy... get it out of the gym situation and the reporter situation and all of these other things. They just target people that it's going to help them, I guess, or to get more people involved. I don't really know.
And another thing that I have to mention, because I don't think that the amount of weird sexual stuff that happens is super necessary. Like that feels to me like a weird sort of thing that Ryan Murphy really tries to crowbar into his seasons. Like the whole the cleanup on aisle 4 thing, and then and then that guy walking in on Kai doing it, like, that's why it's just unnecessary. It served no purpose other than to be titillating for, I guess, gay guys or whatever.
I don't know.
Maybe some women too. I don't know, but it takes me. I'm like, why is this? It's not serving the story. It's showing that Kai is accepting of everyone, but in this really weird, deviant like way. Like I don't know. That stuff frustrates me when it doesn't have a place. Like I had the same problem when I watched the first episode of Sense8. Something is done so gratuitously and graphically that I just was like, I don't need to watch this if this is going to be shoveled into my face.
Yeah, I felt that way about Freak Show when they did the whole weird Freak Show orgy thing. Like, it made me feel uncomfortable, and that takes a lot to make me feel uncomfortable. And I just like, this doesn't make sense. Why is this here? But yeah, and then the weird gimp thing, and that was
like
strange.
Yeah, I don't really see the need for that either. Like, and also that seemed out of character for Kai. If he's supposed to be accepting of everyone, he doesn't know the gimp's story, so why does the gimp automatically deserve to die? You know, like that. It seems to not fit with his overall, stances and stuff. I don't know. It was a weird moment.
I think they were just trying to make a splash on the news, so he thought that would be helpful. I think he's just getting really frustrated about the whole thing, just to get on the city council to take over the world. Yeah, I don't get it.
Anyway.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with it, just because I'm a fan of the show, and I'm like, I gotta get through the season. But we kind of knew going in, though, that it was gonna be a very different,
polarizing season.
Yeah, so let's hope it gets better.
It better pick up steam.
It definitely does need to pick up steam. I almost didn't want to see the behind the scenes of the cult. I think the cult being mysterious, like, you knew it was being run by Kai, you knew who the players were, but just to go back and seeing them actually do the play-by-play kind of behind the scenes, to me took away from the scary aspect of a creepy clown walking up on somebody and just murdering them, you know? But that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different, but that doesn't necessarily mean good in this case, in my opinion. No. So I'll finish it just because I have that disturbing thing where I have to watch all sequels and continuations and stuff. I might have to break it at some point because I broke it on some old shows I used to watch, like animated ones. Like, I think I'm done with South Park now too. I watched the first 2.5 episodes of this season and I just don't care. Yeah. Even though the game's literally about to come out in 9 days. Yeah. I'll get the game, but I think that'll be my last South Park hurrah because it just sucks. And American Horror Story is turning me, man. It really, really is. Although I liked Roanoke, Hotel was a bummer. This is a bummer. I don't know.
Well, the thing is I think every season has its redeeming qualities. Like, even if you didn't necessarily like the overall season, there's parts of the season you can get behind, and specific episodes. I mean, Halloween episode's right around the corner.
Oh, you're right. Thank God it is.
So
jeez,
we gotta
something good.
See what's happening with that. But I haven't really found anything about this season that makes me go, I can't wait till next week. So
no, I agree. All right, well, that's going to do it for our opinions on episodes 1 through 5 of American Horror Story Cult. I believe that's season 7. Why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below if you are watching it, what have you thought? If you aren't watching it, does this make you want to or not want to? I mean,
this is gonna make them
it's not as politically charged as they kind of led us to believe, outside of the fact that Kai is running for city council and they refer to Trump quite a bit. Yeah, but even that isn't as much as I was thinking they would. It's just who certain people voted for showed Trump. Sometimes he's on the TV, and that's it. Really. Yeah,
they don't really. They used him as a jumping spot to get to the whole using fear to lead people, and that's kind of what the whole cult's about, which is very interesting because that's what a lot of that is anyway. So I thought it was going to be a lot more relevant than what it is. I don't know. I just feel like they're not expanding the way they should be expanding it.
But you reminded me of a point that must be made. Is it is at least interesting to see a show tackle, now that we know that's what they're doing, how a cult might be formed.
Right.
Because usually it's just outsiders running afoul of a cult.
Yeah.
We don't often see movies or shows tackling a cult being formed from the inside. Yeah. So that part is interesting. So that's what I'm saying. There's such yin and yang for this. It's give and take. There's interesting stuff and not interesting stuff. So it is such a mixed bag this season. But like I said, let us know in the comments down below if you have seen it, what you thought, and if you haven't, are you interested? So until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia Parker.
And remember, stay scared.